Hey, Pravek, how are you today? What's up, Spud? Alright, so what did I need? I needed kills with AA.
Your vehicle. Ready up.
I am doing okay. I'm awake. Slept in really late today, but then again, I was up till like 1, 2 in the morning playing yesterday, trying to get stuff done. Worst Hunt Showdown, worst Night of Hunt Showdown in my life. Just the dumbest decisions. Hilarious though. Good content, just not. What do you have going on today or this evening? Because you're in Poland, you said, right? So what? It's like 10 o'clock for you? 11 o'clock? That's Joaquin, 49113, guys. Look at that. Can't believe we're in game with Joaquin, 49113. I hate the X-Tomato 3s, dude. I really hate the X-Tomato 3s. They're good, but I always die to them. That is the one thing I die to every time. Playing rematch with a friend. Is it worth it? Because, see, I've seen... I've like seen rematch, and I was a massive Rocket League player for a long time. I did okay as a Rocket League streamer for a little bit. But I don't know anymore. Oh God, are they on the same team? Yep. They're just sitting. See, I want to play it, but I don't want to spend the money for it. I feel like it's, just from what I've seen, it looks like it's too buggy for what it is, for the price. You know what I'm saying? I'm screwed. This first game ain't it. It's always the first game, chat. It always is. And we know this, and yet we still do this. People are always, not people, some people have always been like, well, if you don't get into it at the beginning, then as a streamer, you'll never get in. And I'm like, that's okay. That's okay, though. Hey, Martin, how you doing? What a monkey. Yeah, I looked at defense. Cannon breach, I'll let someone else kill him. Oh, well, I mean, I guess. Let's just do a quick little race. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Here we go. All right, welcome to the stream, guys. Oh, nope, hold up. Welcome to the stream, guys. We're gonna go play our first game of War Thunder today. Let's get it. Bum, 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 bum. Suffering through the German check tree, rank 1. I think you get out of those quick. That's all that matters. Thank you. Shit. Ugh. I dislike this map for one reason. Spawns are too far from the city itself. Full on kilometer away, and you've got these guys that have to get in and get going like it's... I don't love it. One of my buddies used to play games with me all the time. Then he got a girlfriend. Now he doesn't play games. I'm like, damn, bro. This map sucks. It does, for sure. But then I compare it to other maps where like the spawn camp is just automatic, and I'm like, it's not good, but I guess it could be worse. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's not a map I particularly get a lot of pleasure out of playing. Is the XM803 really that good of a tank? I need to go do an armor analysis on it, honestly. I have a phone call, chat. I'll be back. Making another phone call, chat. I don't know who it was. They didn't. It sounds like their microphone wasn't working or something. They were unable to speak. Well, I wasn't able to hear them at the very least. Why does this map make you nauseous, Prevec? Or is it just you just don't like the map? There's a BMP2 somewhere down around here. Chat, how do you guys feel about the concept of them adding in collision to gun barrels? Long drive to the action? Yep. Waste of time. there's a BMP somewhere around here. Don't know where. Hey guys, careful. There's people in their spawn. Just in case you were unaware, chat, there can be people in their spawn. There are. And that's scary. Wait. So, I feel like it would be healthy for the game. It would piss people off, so they'll never do it, but it should happen. It would fix a lot of the playstyle issues that this game has. But I think it would be a good thing. What's up, Brooks? But they won't do it because it would piss a lot of people off. I think it would fix a lot of the issues of the shitty play styles and stuff like that. And the little things that people do to take advantage. Oh, wait. Yeah, duh, Strabby. Brooks, I hope you're doing alright. Yeah, I think it would remove a lot of the arcadiness of the game that people take advantage of, which I know a lot of people really like about it, so I don't think it would be excessively healthy for the game in terms of just like player count and stuff, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't like to see it. It'd make the game a little bit more of a challenge for newer players as well, which would be tough. I've been alright, Brooks. How about you? The trade. See, I've said that before, that I think adding it to sim battles exclusively, especially for the start, would be a really nice thing to have. See, because then you can work all the kinks out without being in the major game mode. So you try it out in sim first, and then you try it in realistic, and then eventually you'd move it to arcade. Basically give people the time to adjust to it. But I think you put it in sim, and you spend a long time working the kinks out, making sure it's not bugged, so that way people can't complain about it happening. And also, so you know, they're mad, they can't be just mad about it happening and it's being bad. At that point, it's just a game mechanic they don't like, as opposed to a game mechanic that they hate. There's a guy over here somewhere. Work's been long and boring. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Our whole team is going to go die in their spawn. I'm willing to bet they have a lot more people left on their team than we do. I will eat my words and leave. I'm gonna go grab a drink while this happens. I'll be right back. I just think it's kind of ridiculous. I don't know. They claim to go for perfect realism. They claim to, right? That's the thing that bugs me, is how hard they try to claim like they are a very good, very realistic mill sim. Then you have people with 30-foot long barrels just like sitting with their barrel stuffed in a building. And then all of a sudden they can just, you know what I mean? Like, nah fam, nah. What are we drinking? Currently I'm drinking a Cosmic Stardust flavored Alani. It's great. It's grape Alani. And I get why they wouldn't put it in arcade. Because it's fucking arcade. It's basically World of Tanks in many ways, you know what I mean? Like, the way we think about it. Why are we all the way... I guess we have a lot more people than them, but we're gonna lose this game. Or your money back. Look at this. Okay, these two are coming back. You know what? I will give credit where credit's due. But I haven't been drinking really much in the way of alcohol anymore. All it does right now is make me sleepy. And angsty. You gotta be kidding me. Not a single shell hit. Okay.
Artillery strike. Coordinates. Charlie. 4. Destroy. Charlie. 4. Charlie. Open fire.
God, how much detail do I want? It's your second day in here. We're not gonna get into the deep shit. I used to drink a lot more. Never was an addiction problem, thankfully. I don't have a very addictive personality. Like, I can get... Hey, Willie, how you doing, man? That's where I'm kind of lucky, is I quit things easily, I guess is a good way to put it. Like, my alcohol drinking and stuff, I'd drink a lot for a long time, and then I'd just take like 2 months off and just be like, yeah, I don't feel like spending money on it this month, and be fine. So, I guess maybe I do have an addictive personality, but it's just, no, because addictive means you can't quit. Fuck off. So that's the thing. Maybe I do have an addictive personality, but I just don't struggle with quitting as much. It's like I'm playing War Thunder. You know, and I'm at, what, 939 hours. So I've done over 900 hours since January. See, that's the thing. Like, I always wanted to make sure I didn't get addicted to alcohol because my grandfather was an alcoholic. So I would just, every couple, once a year, I would take 2 months off and just, done. Good enough. What rank 1 tanks are good for Germany? I mean, the A7V is probably the best one. I mean, you can have fun with this one, pretty strong. Make sure to flank with it. This is pretty solid. And that's the thing, like, none of them are really, in my opinion, none of them are really all that fucking bad. As far as the tank destroyers go, I did enjoy that, but yeah, I guess I get easily hooked, but I also can walk away pretty easily too. See, for me, it was, I was coming out of the military and I was struggling. I thought I got this. No. Okay. And so for me, it was one of those things where the only reason I started drinking heavily was because I was getting out of the military. I was having, apparently, now we know I had PTSD, major depression, and anxiety. I'm getting treated for it now, thankfully. But I went to the mental health clinic on base. Well, I was getting out in a year. I told him, like, look, I'm having panic attacks. I'm freaking out. I'm thinking, you know, like it'd be better if I wasn't alive anymore. And the nurse that I talked to was like, are you trying to actively kill yourself? Have you made a plan? Have you thought about it? And I was like, no, not yet. And she goes, okay, well, let us know when you do, and we'll help you then. And I was like, well, I'm trying to get help so I don't get to that stage. And the lady was like, that's not how it works. We'll help you when it's ready. And so my solution was alcohol, and it worked really well. And the reason I say it worked really well is because it let me sleep. The alcohol allowed me to turn my brain off and just sleep. And it was great. It's an unhealthy coping mechanism, but it is a coping mechanism. That's what I found out from my therapist. It was like, it's a coping mechanism. It's not a good coping one, but it is a coping mechanism, and it did work. So there you go. But that's a nice camo. Is that one you have to pay for? I can't remember. But and when I started a spiral again last year, I was like, I'm not gonna fucking do that again. That cost me so much money. That was the crazy part. The two issues that I had with the drinking was the fact that I gained 30 pounds due to beer consumption, and it cost me a lot of money. It wasn't my health or liver or anything like that. It was just, I'm wasting a lot of money and I've gained weight. I don't want to have to deal with this again. And this time I actually got the mental health help I needed. Thank God. I just got out of a, just for the sake of being open, chat, I just got out of a 4-week-long mental health program. Basically a hospitalization program. And that was mediocre. But yeah. I just legitimately, alcohol just costs too much. That was my whole thing about it. Damn, slow ass gun. Why is it that, never mind. But it's all right. We come out of it stronger, and I'm still alive, unfortunately. So here we are. I pissed off my doctor. The other week. She was like, why are you still alive? Why haven't you killed yourself yet? Because that's the whole reason I was in that hospitalization, was because of the plan and intent to do so. And I was like, my wife and kid. And she's like, okay, that's really good reasons. What else? And I was like, my wife and kid. And she was like, there's got to be other reasons. I was like, nope. Nope. My wife and kid. Those are the only 2 reasons I'm still alive. And she was like, what about your hobbies? I was like, well, between my hand surgeries that didn't work, and my between my hand surgeries that didn't work, my leg surgeries that didn't actually do what they were supposed to do, I can't do my hobbies. She's like, okay, we got to find something else. And I'm like, okay. So I kind of made my therapist, she's still kind of mad about me. Mad about that. But I'm like, what do you want from me? You know what I mean? Like, and the thing is, like, I kind of hid the mental health stuff off stream for a long time because I was like, people don't want to deal with, like, people don't come to stream to deal with stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, okay. But I also think that even though, yes, I do have a very, like, small amount of viewers, not complaining, but I think, especially with most of it stemming from the military and stuff, I think that it's an important thing to talk about, because I've met way too many military members who don't think that they should go for help, and guys also in general think that they shouldn't ask for help as well. So I don't know. I think that it should be more easily spoken about, and I want people to be more comfortable talking about it. So I don't love talking about my mental health issues. I still feel very awkward about them and uncomfortable with them. But some of my friends made a very good point that everyone does, and people won't be, and that people don't talk about it because everyone feels like it's uncomfortable. I'm not important. Why do my mental health issues matter? They're probably stupid. they're like, just because you feel that way doesn't mean that you don't have a right to talk about them. So here I am. And I still hate talking about them. I hate it. It's so uncomfortable. Like, who wants to stop by the Pineapple Stream and talk about mental health issues? But here we are. Hi, Fox. Oh yeah, no gun depression. And that was something that the hospitalization program was rough for me, simply because we had some people in there with really severe issues. Like, there was a lady in there who was in legitimate psychosis. Like, there was some really deep shit in there that they were dealing with, and I'm just over here like, I don't feel like mine's that much. And then the therapist just kept yelling. She was like, you literally have PTSD from the military. Like there's still issues there. And everyone has their own issues. And trauma, I really like this. She said, trauma shouldn't have a textbook definition. The concept of trauma should simply be that trauma is whatever is legitimately traumatic. She's like, there's a lot of people that fake trauma for stupid fucking reasons. But she was like, trauma should be legitimately is whatever is legitimately traumatic for a person, and that varies from person to person based on background, what other traumas they've dealt with, things like that. So that helped me a little bit with it, but I'm still uncomfortable as fuck. No, I feel that, Willie. Yeah. What hospital program did I go to? I got lucky that they were kind enough to allow me to go to a program that allowed me to come home at night. That was why I was able to still stream, because this has definitely been one of my big coping mechanisms, because this is like the only time during the day that I can actually shut my brain off and do something else without having to leave the house. So I got put in this program that was like, it was all day, pretty much, with like therapy, group therapy, just a lot of that shit, and then you get to go home to sleep. Dude, Willie, Pravek, this is Pravek's second day in. Such a cool dude. You've been looking for one to go to? Here's the deal. Pravek, just so you know, Willie and I have been friends for like 5 years now. We met playing Apex. We're actually playing Apex later tonight, which I'm so excited about. We met playing Apex when, I can't remember, either he raided me or I raided him. We started chatting, and then we just started gaming together. Really cool dude. Are we at 1,500 yet on subs? Nope, 4 away. Okay. But, boop. Aww. But, I would say, what I would say, Brooks, is if... Every state's different, of course. But one that I had heard about was just... called, like, there's varying levels of it. There's varying levels of, you know, care, but oh Jesus, it's like some version of like, I thought you were streaming a little bit then, and I raided you or something. I thought that's what it was. Interesting. But there's like a partial, it's like considered partial. Like some of them are like 9 to 3, some of them are like 8 to 6, stuff like that. And And a lot of them are like, ooh, we have squadron events right now at 9-7 and below. That is... I wish I could get 8 people together and just try it. That'd be fun. But... that is funny. I was going to say, I thought I had... I think you killed me maybe, Willie? And then I raided you when I ended stream? No, that was back when I was just raiding anyone playing the same game as me. Doing my that networking nonsense that never really worked. That's what it was. Well, I can't say never worked because I met you. Yeah, I would go to Twitch. I would go to whatever game I was playing. Then I'd like scroll down and find someone with like 3 or 4 viewers, basically similar numbers to me, and then rate them. But Brooks, if you need someone to talk to, legitimately, shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM on Discord, man. We'll figure something. I'm love to help you with that. See, that's the thing. It works good when you have time to raid and interact for a while and then watch them and then come back and watch them again and stuff like that, which I just don't do. Sometimes I don't have time for it. Most of the time I don't have time for it. And then when I do have the time, I just don't have the energy, typically. All I gotta say, chat, is if I can get that medical retirement from the military... And not, because right now, with the situation of the world, I could get called back if they really wanted to. But, dude, shoot me a message though. Like, please shoot me a message, Brooks. Please, I don't want to let this go and not talk to you again. So the thing is, Willie, we do technically, quote unquote, have those people. The issue is how good those people are at their job or how willing they are to do it. That's where the errors lie for the people who are in the military. And then it only gets worse once you get into the VA system. But please, Brooks, would you mind DMing me? Like, I'm not gonna be pushy. I'm not gonna be messaging you every day and stuff like that. But I at least want to help you find some options. You know what I mean? Like, no, that's the issue. I'm not gonna talk to other nations' militaries, but that's the big issue I found with the American military is, by and large. Yeah, thank you. Fuck off. By and large, they do what is necessary to cover their ass. And that's where the line is drawn. They do exactly what they have to be able to say, I did everything I could, and that's the end of it. And so that's why so many people in the military are never getting the help. Now, there are good ones. There are very good people who really do care. I've run into some of them. I met some of them. So it's not across the board. But, of course, I'm talking about the American military. Every nation's different. But the biggest issue that we had was they are at a stage right now where they're in the hyper awareness of suicide and self-harm and stuff like that. Which means they have all these programs in place. So many programs to help people. But when push comes to shove, they don't have the manning for them because they make these programs and then they get handed to people who already have jobs. So like we have the people who run the mental health thing. And then they make another one for suicide awareness. Well, we don't get people who are specialized in suicidal awareness. Now you have 2 mental health programs being run by the same people. And then it just keeps progressing like that. And so then a lot of those people have to sit there and be like, I've done everything in my power. And all of a sudden it becomes less about caring for the people as it becomes covering your ass so when someone does kill themselves or hurt themselves, or like in my case, get checked into a facility, they can say, we did everything we could. We did it. We look at all these things, all these papers that he signed saying that we talked to him about this, that we asked him about this. We checked in with him once a day for 6 months to make sure that he, no. And that's what they did, and that's what they don't, and that's what they don't understand. When I told them, and I still look at it as a bit of a mistake, but when I was in my deepest spiral and I was ready to just let it go, right? I was there. And when I was there, the response was overwhelming. All of a sudden, all these military members, a number of whom I didn't even know, I didn't have a connection with them, they show up at my house. They get in between me and my door so that way I can't get away from them. And that's how they're protecting me. The person who's trying to kill himself because he's depressed, he's getting treated like a wild animal. I'm getting surrounded, legitimately. They're all standing super close and around me, and one guy very intentionally places himself between me and the door like I'm a criminal. Why? What did I do? Well, I wanted to hurt myself. But we're not going to treat you right. We're not going to help you figure out. We're not going to sit here and go, what's the solution? What can we do to help you? This is US, yes. And it was ridiculous. And it was people, I knew one of the people that was there. And one of them was this guy who I'd seen around and couldn't stand him. But he was in they call it a first shirt position. And that's the person that's meant to be the intermediary between the lowest ranking and the leadership, right? He's the guy who's there looking out for the lowest of the low. He's the one helping with the mental health stuff, all this stuff. But the issue is that guy is always run super ragged. And usually the people that volunteer for it are either A, super passionate, but they get run ragged so they can't do their job properly, or B, they need bullets. Or they need lines on their performance review every year. So it makes them look good. So what do? They do the bare minimum. This guy that I had that came over to my house, who I'd never met, he wasn't from my unit, he was from a different unit. And I don't mean this in a bad way, he is so deep in the spectrum, I swear to God, he's got a unicorn up his ass. And so he doesn't know how to relate to people. He doesn't know how to interact with people. What does he do? He immediately pushes himself. See me after I reported my issues. Called my internet provider today. We called them again. And they're like, well, we don't see anything wrong with it. Do a speed test. Go do a speed test on your internet. We don't see any issues. Go do a speed test. And we do. And they're like, see, there's nothing wrong with it. And we're like, it's not constant. What do you mean? I have fiber internet. I have a symmetrical gig. All right. Maybe we're back for a second. I'm at least gonna finish this game. But here's the crazy thing, right? My internet works perfectly fine for the video game. I've had no packet loss this whole time. It is just my streaming services. And the funny thing is, they tried to claim in the past that it was Twitch. But the issue is, I have a phone call from my mental health doctor. Never mind, it wasn't. But no, it'll happen again, Martin. It'll work for a little bit, and then it'll die, and then it'll work for a little bit, and then it'll completely die. But we'll give it. But the issue is, I have fiber. I call them. Their response, well, we can't see the issues on our end. Then they're like, do a speed test. I'm like, well, the issue isn't right now, is it? Did I reset? I did not. I was gonna wait till the game ends. Crimson, hope you're doing all right. Tilted at YouTube. Nope, there we go. We're at 6% frames lost. Someone's got a nuke and it's not us. Watch this, gonna kill the nuke. Boom. I use OBS, yeah. Streamlabs OBS was too much of a pain in the too much of Streamlabs OBS, while having its positives, kind of shits on your CPU in many ways. But I am also using a separate. But they. Should I try Streamlabs OBS? Like, it's gonna be... Oh, we've already checked into it all the time. Dude. So, for a long time, it was the ISP. And see, Streamlabs OBS is shit. And that's the problem. And I did switch to Streamlabs OBS when this started happening like 3 months ago. I'm closer to 6 at this stage. And it was the same issue. The same constant issue.
Armor piercing, loaded.
No way. Oh, that's not even the right thing. Yeah, there he is. Nice.
Objective failed. Regroup.
Yeah, Streamlabs OBS fucking sucks. I use the Streamlabs OBS plugin on this to stream to both YouTube and Twitch because it's just easier. But, yeah. Hope you're doing okay, Crimson. It's sitting steady right now. I wonder if I should lower my bitrate. I think my Twitch only runs at like 720p right now, which is very frustrating. So yeah, it's not OBS because I've tried switching to Streamlabs OBS before, rate. It just dropped again. Can I get a mod to post and pin a message saying we're going to reset the router, we'll be back in 10 to 20 minutes, and if the issues continue, we'll be streaming exclusively on... What should I stream on, chat? Probably YouTube, right? Get more viewers there anyway. I don't know. Not going to thank me? He didn't thank me, chat. He did not thank me. Thank you for the follow. What? What up, Global Silver? Fucking hate. Dude, I don't get it. Yeah, I'm resetting my router no matter what after this game, chat. This is... I did a reset last night too, so probably won't do much of anything, but... If you don't try, you don't know. I wasn't even paying attention. Ungrateful. Didn't I say? I said thank you, right? Well, thank you anyway. I'm just so irritated. This happened yesterday, and it's happening again, and I'm just so fucking pissy. You cannot pin... Are you not managing? Am I the only one managing? That's weird. Chat, we will be coming back and streaming, I think on the YouTube probably. To see if it holds streaming just on that and see how it does. I can't even remember what the recommended That's why you take shots even when you don't think they're probably not gonna hit. Oh, sorry, dude. The stream is obviously really delayed right now due to the lag spikes and stuff, and my mind's all over the fucking place because I'm so frustrated by it. I thought you meant like I didn't say thank you for the follow. I'm like, wait, did I not? I hope I'm not that wooed.
Artillery strike. Coordinates. Delta. 2. Destroy.
So only the streamer can?
Southwest fire.
If you could post a message, I'd appreciate it. Yeah. Got his gunner. What do we think, chat? I think we should come back on YouTube, right? We tend to get the most viewers on that. Oh, crap. Oh.